Hi, everybody. My name's Barbara. I'm 30 years old. I live in Florida. Yeah, I know this kind of sounds like a dating thing, but far from it. I am starting this page to let my friends, family, everybody, know about what's going on with my life, what's going on in Florida, for one, what's going on with, I know, millions of people right now. I am in recovery opiate addict. To give you a background on how it started was I was 16, car accident, started giving me Percocets, Vicodin, just a little, things like that, Then when I was 18, I ended up getting pregnant with my daughter. So I got off everything, no problems with her, no nothing. But then when she was a little over a year, 2 years, I was just over 21. I ended up getting into another car accident where I ended up herniating my lower discs, my back. And again, they started writing me, opiate prescriptions, a lot stronger ones this time. Well, and then after a while, I was seeing a doctor and stuff like that, and he, just like, oh, well, you could deal with it. Just quit seeing me. And, plus, I ended up losing the insurance that I was on, unfortunately. But, that's here nor there. And so I ended up, going to the streets, of course, just like millions of people around. I ended up, going from taking them, orally, eating them, to using needles. I never shared a needle, except for with my husband, who, at that time, we were together for over 5 years. So, I've been tested for everything, and I have nothing, thank Jesus, thank you, Lord. Excuse me, I take that back. I am a carrier of hepatitis C, but I'm not, I'm just a carrier, and I did not get it from using needles. I actually got it from a tattoo. Yeah. So, yeah, be careful where you go for tattoos. It wasn't a shop, it was a tattoo party. Yeah, so just be careful where you get tattoos. But anyway, back to the main thing of my videos. I was, using them quite heavily. I mean, I was getting up to using a lot of opiates. My drug of choice was the pill, and it was morphine. I would, on average, take about anywhere between 200 to 500 milligrams of morphine a day. And that's quite a bit. That's a lot. And yes, I am a heavier girl, and I'm, so they say, oh, the heavier you are, well, no, talk to other people, it doesn't matter, that they say that's a lot for anybody, but I hid it, my addiction, from my parents and from my loved ones, except for my husband, of course, for over 2 years. I would, to get them, I would hustle. I never once prostituted myself, did any sexual favors for anybody, ever. I mean, I would not even let, somebody, touch my breast or anything like that. I never, and I swear on my life, That has always disgusted me, and I never would do that. So, you know, of course, you know, with me not willing to do that, it was, you know, at times hard to get them, but I always still found a way. And I end up after the, you know, about the 2-year mark of doing that every day, you know, waking up, you know, just thinking, where am I going to get my pill? Where am I going to get my pill? Where am I going to get my pill? It was really hard, and waking up every day doing that, and then crying every night because of feeling ashamed of myself and what I'm doing to myself, to my family, even though they didn't know. You know, it just really got to me. So, made a choice. Decided to go to the methadone clinic. Before I started there, I told my parents and my mom, well, not just my mom, but like a lot of people, they didn't understand, you know, how could this happen? How could you do this? You know, back in high school, you know, straight A's, freaking, never in trouble, never did anything, you know, I was just, you know, nobody would ever think that I would get into that. But I mean, who really does? Who thinks they're gonna who thinks they're gonna become an addict? That's not, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna become an opiate addict. Or I'm gonna grow up and become an alcoholic. Or I'm gonna grow up and, you know, do this or do that. You don't think that. You never want that for yourself. It's just one of those things that happens, unfortunately. And whenever I first started, my mom, she's like, well, why don't you go into rehab? So I did look around at the rehabs, but my one thing is that all the rehabs that I looked at around where I live in Florida, even up in Georgia, even other states, you know, like around here, the majority of them, or my prerequisite, I guess you could say, is that they have to have people there, like recovering addicts themselves, who are working there, if not, or volunteering there, you know, so that they know what I'm going to be going through. Not many people know, you know, but when you start going through, you know, opiate withdrawals, you get physically sick. I mean, you start vomiting, you get the diarrhea, you get cramping, you get physically, it's like the flu times 100. The worst flu you can imagine times 100. That's what your body goes through. And I'm not gonna go to a place where the people there just read it in a textbook and think they understand what I'm going through. No, not happening. I'm not doing that, won't do that. And so decided, okay, well, let's go to the methadone clinic. Went to the methadone, you know, started at the methadone clinic, and I was okay, you know, okay with it. I went there for about, I don't know, almost a year, not quite a year. And then I ended up getting into another car accident and started seeing a pain management doctor, where he was writing me my methadone along with Roxy's. Which, you know, it's, I was stupid for doing it, but at that time I wasn't ready. I was ready to be not sick. I wasn't ready to be clean. And so I, you know, went along with it. I mean, I took my methadone every day. I was on, at that time, I got up to 100 milligrams. So he was writing me 100 milligrams a day, along with able to take between 4 and 5 Roxy's 15s a day. And along with somas, and along with, I was prescribed Klonopins, amongst other, you know, medicine for chemical imbalance of the brain. And yes, I do have depression problems, very bad anxiety problems, It runs in my family, unfortunately, so, but that's not the point of this. I ended up getting, I went to him for 4 years, and then one day we got a letter in the mail saying that, you could come in next month, get your last script, and then you're gone. I was shocked. I was like, what happened here? What did I do? Every time, I would do a urine, I'd have all my medicine in my system. I wasn't taking other stuff. I was like, what the heck? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I ended up finding out later on that they changed, I guess supposedly they changed the Florida law saying that pain management doctors aren't supposed to give over 40 milligrams of methadone a day to people. And he was giving me 100. So I think what it was is he got scared that they were gonna, say he's a pill mill or whatever. But I have MRIs. I legit MRIs of my back. I have, CAT scans, or not CAT scans, excuse me. I have x-rays, all that stuff. It's all legit, problems that I have. So I, had to go back to the methadone clinic because there's no way, 100 milligrams of that plus the Roxys. And unfortunately, the one thing though that about going back to the methadone clinic is I had to get off of my Klonopins, which really sucked because I need them really severely bad because I do have a lot of anxiety problems. I'll go into more of that into a different video for you guys, but I just want to let you guys know all about what's going on right now. And anyway, I decided, I went back to the methadone clinic. I have been there this time now where in October it'll be going on 3 years. So I have been on methadone now for almost 8 years straight. Not getting off methadone at all, not detoxing off methadone at all. I've never detoxed off anything, and it, to be honest, it scares me. It really does scare me. But I got up to 170 milligrams, and I was on that for about 2 years. Well, it took me about 6 months to get up to that point, which, unfortunately, the methadone clinic, yes, they did save my life, yes, because I've never overdosed, but there was many times where I probably should have. So, but they, like I said, they have saved my life to where I don't have to worry about, where am I going to get my pill? And going to bed crying and being afraid that somebody will, say that I'm not taking care of my daughter, because that is one thing when I was on the pills. If it was between my daughter getting something or me getting a pill, I would go without the pill. No matter what. My daughter always came first, and she still does. That is one of the reasons why I'm also doing this too. But now I am coming off methadone. I am tired of not being able to do anything. I'm tired of having to rely on a pill to keep me feeling normal. Or not a pill, excuse me. They do liquid at the methadone clinic. I'm tired of having to rely on it. And I'm doing it for her so that, we could go on vacations, so that we can, do stuff without saying, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, we can't go, to Disney World because we have to go to the methadone clinic. Or, excuse me, I have to go to the methadone clinic. But basically what I'm doing is I am going to be doing a little series, I'm not sure how many, about how it is coming off. And how, how I'm feeling. And I'll get, of course I'll get into more things about, like my past and just about, everything, with it, my psychological, get into more depth about why I got started. I'll get more into depth about how I got started and all that stuff. And I'm just trying to show people out there that it can be done. You are not alone. And there are people that do care. And there are people that are in the same thing that you are. They're feeling the same way you are. So please, don't think that you're alone. Don't think that nobody cares about you and nobody will understand. It took me a long time to realize that people do care and people do understand. And I'm not saying that, it's necessarily the methadone clinic. I'm saying the people. I've met some people that go there that all they're there for is to get high. They're not there to try to get off of the drugs. Like me, I'm going there to get off of them so I can live a normal life again, which I haven't considered myself having a normal life in over 10 years, where I could wake up in the morning and just, drive somewhere, go somewhere, go on a vacation, do whatever. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Just so you know, I went from 170 milligrams and now I am down to 20 milligrams. So this is just going to be a little series that I do just to, like I said, tell people, how I'm doing each day with it and what I'm on. And if you have any questions, comments, or anything for me, just let me know. Put them down at the bottom. Subscribe. Let me know your story. Let me know how you are. And I will try to help if I can in any way. Even if it's just for you to talk to. About what's going on. I know how it feels to feel like you're alone. And to feel like nobody cares. So just let me know. Just put a comment down at the bottom. Subscribe. And if there's anything that you want to know about me, I will go more in depth, throughout the more. But okay, guys, I'll let you know more tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys later. Love you all. Bye.